Welcome to NFL Daily Brief, your fast track to today's biggest football stories. Like and subscribe to stay in the game. The 2025 NFL preseason has concluded, prompting teams to finalize their 53-man rosters.
Week 3 games provided valuable insights into each team's roster outlook.
Joe Milton III showed improved decision-making for the Cowboys, while the final receiver spot remains contested.
The Giants saw strong performances from Art Green and DJ Davidson, solidifying their roster chances.
The Eagles' cornerback and safety battles are becoming clearer, with Adoree Jackson potentially starting opposite Quinion Mitchell.
Sam Hartman struggled in the Commanders' final preseason game, raising questions about the quarterback position.
Nahshon Wright had a mixed performance for the Bears, while Luke Newman impressed with his versatility.
Kyle Allen likely secured the Lions' backup quarterback role after outplaying Hendon Hooker.
The Packers' quarterback situation remains uncertain, with Sean Clifford and Taylor Algersma vying for practice squad spots.
The Vikings' quarterback competition continues, with Max Brosmer making a case for the backup role.
Several Falcons players, including Chris Blair, Nick Nash, and Felipe Franks, boosted their roster chances with strong performances.
The Panthers may have a tough decision at receiver, with Bryson Tremaine, Hunter Renfrow, and David Moore competing for spots.
The National Football League preseason has concluded, with teams preparing for the 2025 regular season.
Many teams are still adjusting their rosters, and we are tracking every trade before the season begins on September 4.
One significant trade involved the Dolphins and Steelers, exchanging cornerback Jalen Ramsey, tight end Jonnu Smith, and safety Minkah Fitzpatrick.
More recently, the Vikings traded backup quarterback Sam Howell to the Eagles.
The Chiefs acquired defensive tackle Nnadi from the Jets, addressing their need for a veteran interior lineman.
This trade also involved draft pick swaps, with the Chiefs sending a 2026 6th-round pick for Nnadi and a 2026 7th-round pick.
The Vikings traded quarterback Sam Howell to the Eagles for draft picks after signing veteran quarterback Carson Wentz.
This is Howell's third trade since being drafted by the Commanders in 2022.
The Commanders traded running back Brian Robinson Jr. to the 49ers for a 6th-round draft pick.
This move saves the Commanders $3.3 million in salary cap space.
The Chiefs traded wide receiver Sky Moore to the 49ers, who have been dealing with several injuries at the wide receiver position.
The Broncos traded wide receiver Devon Vele to the Saints for draft picks after a successful rookie season.
The Minnesota Vikings made changes to their quarterback depth chart, signing Carson Wentz and trading Sam Howell to the Philadelphia Eagles.
In exchange for Howell, the Vikings received a 5th-round pick in 2026 and a 7th-round pick in 2027, along with a 2026 6th-round pick.
These additional draft picks provide the Vikings with more flexibility to pursue a veteran receiver.
They have reportedly shown interest in Carolina Panthers wide receiver Adam Thielen.
The Vikings also released veteran quarterback Brett Rypien.
Wentz has played for 5 other teams in the past 5 seasons.
The Vikings hope he will quickly adapt to their offensive scheme, which is similar to the one used by the Los Angeles Rams where he played last season.
Wentz also has a prior connection with Vikings quarterbacks coach Josh McCown from their time together with the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Vikings had difficulty finding a suitable backup quarterback, with several veterans declining offers.
Howell struggled during training camp and preseason after being acquired from the Seattle Seahawks.
This is the third time Howell has been traded since being drafted by the Washington Commanders in 2022.
The Eagles waived defensive back Louis Cini to create roster space for Howell.
Shiloh Sanders was waived by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just one day after being ejected from a preseason game.
Sanders, a rookie safety, was ejected for throwing a punch at Buffalo Bills tight end Zach Davidson.
The incident occurred during the second quarter of Saturday night's game after some pushing and shoving between the players.
Buccaneers coach Todd Bowles stated after the game that throwing punches is inexcusable in the National Football League.
Sanders' agents, Drew Rosenhaus and Robert Bailey, hope he will be claimed off waivers by another team.
National Football League teams are currently reducing their rosters to 53 players.
Sanders was competing for a backup safety position on the Buccaneers roster.
He was flagged for a pass interference penalty earlier in the game against the Bills.
Sanders is the son of Pro Football Hall of Fame member Deion Sanders.
He signed with the Buccaneers as an undrafted free agent.
Tampa Bay lost the preseason game to Buffalo by a score of 23-19.
This roster move leaves the Buccaneers with fewer options at the safety position.
Shedeur Sanders expressed confidence in securing a spot on the Cleveland Browns' 53-man roster.
This comes despite his struggles in Saturday's preseason game against the Los Angeles Rams.
Sanders completed only 3 of 6 passes for 14 yards and was sacked 5 times.
He led the Browns to only 1 first down in his 5 series.
Sanders stated his belief that he has put in the necessary work and tries his best in everything he does.
He acknowledges that every player feels they deserve to be on the team.
The Browns have a crowded quarterback room with veterans and fellow rookies.
General Manager Andrew Berry indicated the team is comfortable with the depth at the position.
Sanders had a strong performance in the preseason opener but was sidelined in the second game due to injury.
He expressed frustration at not playing in the Browns' final drive but said he was happy for Tyler Huntley.
Sanders aims to be a franchise-changing player and admitted to wanting to create a spark on offense.
Head coach Kevin Stefanski acknowledged the overall offensive struggles in the second half and said it was not solely Sanders' fault.
The Kansas City Chiefs have reacquired defensive tackle Nnadi in a trade with the New York Jets.
This trade also involves an exchange of draft picks in 2027, with the Chiefs receiving a conditional 7th-round pick.
The Chiefs were in need of a veteran interior lineman for early downs, according to sources.
They also wanted to prevent the Jets from trading Nnadi to another team before the roster cutdown deadline.
Nnadi spent his first 7 years in the National Football League with the Chiefs before signing with the Jets this offseason.
It became apparent that Nnadi was unlikely to make the Jets' final roster.
He played 66 defensive snaps in the preseason and recorded 5 tackles.
The Jets' recent acquisitions of defensive tackles Harrison Phillips and Joejuan Briggs made Nnadi expendable.
Nnadi has played 115 career games and contributed to 3 Super Bowl victories with the Chiefs.
While he is not expected to start, he will likely rotate in alongside Chris Jones.
This move follows the Chiefs' trade of wide receiver Sky Moore to the San Francisco 49ers for a draft pick swap last week.
This trade helped clear a roster spot for Nnadi.
Dallas Cowboys coach Brian Schottenheimer will meet with Micah Parsons to discuss Parsons' behavior during the game against the Atlanta Falcons.
Parsons was observed lying on a medical table behind the Cowboys bench while the offense was on the field.
He was also the only player not wearing a jersey during the game.
Schottenheimer stated he needs to understand Parsons' actions before commenting further.
Parsons underwent an MRI on his back which came back pretty clean.
Parsons had previously mentioned back tightness in June.
Cowboys owner Jerry Jones seemed to downplay the issue relating it to contract negotiations.
Schottenheimer is confident Parsons will be ready for the season opener against the Philadelphia Eagles.
The team will consider Parsons' uncertain status when finalizing the 53-man roster.
Schottenheimer believes the defensive end position has good depth.
Cornerback Trevon Diggs is expected to be activated from the physically unable to perform list.
Diggs is recovering from surgery on his left knee in January.
Aiden O'Connell, backup quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders, fractured his right wrist in a preseason game against the Arizona Cardinals.
Raiders coach Pete Carroll confirmed that O'Connell will require surgery and is anticipated to be out for 6 to 8 weeks.
The injury occurred during the second quarter, prompting trainers to examine O'Connell on the sideline before he left for the locker room.
He later returned with a splint on his right hand, and rookie Cam Miller took over as quarterback.
Miller, a 6th-round draft pick, completed 12 of 24 passes for 124 yards in the game.
Coach Carroll stated that the team will explore options to add another backup quarterback during O'Connell's absence.
Carroll acknowledged that the team would have to consider all available options to find the best fit.
O'Connell has played in 20 career games, accumulating 3,830 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions.
He also experienced a broken thumb injury last season that caused him to miss several weeks.
O'Connell has shown inconsistency in training camp and committed 4 turnovers during preseason games.
Coach Carroll noted that the offense operated at a slower pace with O'Connell at quarterback.
With O'Connell likely heading to injured reserve, the Raiders are left with Geno Smith and Miller at quarterback, increasing the need for another player at the position.
Chargers general manager Joe Hortiz expressed optimism about running back Najee Harris playing in Week 1.
Harris has been on the non-football injury list throughout training camp due to a fireworks incident on July 4.
Hortiz stated during a preseason game broadcast that Harris is progressing well through medical processes.
He added that Harris is on track and should be ready for Week 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs.
This optimistic outlook contrasts with coach Jim Harbaugh's noncommittal stance throughout the preseason.
Harbaugh has consistently avoided providing updates on Harris' status.
Harris agent, Doug Hendrickson, described the fireworks incident as causing a superficial eye injury.
The Chargers, however, have not publicly disclosed any details about the injury.
This secrecy aligns with Harbaugh's typical practice of withholding injury information.
Harris resumed running in drills on August 12 and has been working with a trainer.
He has been seen wearing a visor or dark glasses, obscuring his eyes from view.
An image on Harris' Snapchat account showed his right eye seemingly closed shut.
New Orleans Saints head coach Kellen Moore stated that the starting quarterback decision will be made in the next few days.
The competition has seemingly narrowed down to Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shaw, after initially including Jake Haener.
Coach Moore emphasized the importance of collaboration and discussion among the coaching staff before making the final decision.
He acknowledged the challenge of the decision, given the dedication and close performance levels of the quarterbacks.
Moore confirmed that there are healthy discussions among the coaches regarding the quarterback's performance.
He also stated that the team does not intend to recruit an external veteran quarterback.
Moore expressed confidence in the current quarterback group and their potential for growth.
In the preseason finale against the Denver Broncos, Rattler started and completed 5 of 8 passes for 43 yards.
Shaw entered the game in the second quarter and completed 10 of 12 passes for 102 yards, including a rushing touchdown.
Throughout the preseason, Rattler completed 69.8% of his passes for 295 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
Shaw completed 66.7% of his passes for 333 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 1 rushing touchdown.
Shaw expressed confidence in his performance and readiness to lead the team if chosen.
Fantasy football draft season is approaching, and ESPN Fantasy offers resources to help managers prepare.
This draft guide offers rankings, cheat sheets, projections, mock drafts, and expert advice.
It caters to both experienced players and newcomers to fantasy football.
The guide includes printable cheat sheets tailored to various needs, including the ultimate cheat sheet.
Mike Clay provides 2025 player projections, sortable by category, alongside offensive and defensive depth charts.
Rankings are available in various formats, including staff consensus, superflex, IDP, dynasty, and individual overall lists.
Expert analysis covers quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end tiers, offering drafting strategies.
Mike Clay's The 192 identifies key players for 12-team leagues, categorized into tiers.
Specialized rankings include insurance running backs, reliable touchdown scorers for both running backs and wide receivers.
Mock draft results from over 30 experts are available, covering various league formats and scoring systems.
Several new NFL head coaches debuted this season, raising questions about their potential for success.
Analysts have evaluated their situations, considering factors like team quality, roster age, and quarterback performance.
Brian Schottenheimer inherits a talented Dallas Cowboys team with a history of recent success.
Ben Johnson takes over the Chicago Bears, energized by young quarterback Caleb Williams.
Liam Cohen joins the Jacksonville Jaguars, hoping to revitalize Trevor Lawrence's career.
Aaron Glenn aims to instill a winning culture in the New York Jets, drawing comparisons to past successes.
Pete Carroll leads the Las Vegas Raiders, bringing his extensive experience to a young team.
Mike Vrabel returns to the New England Patriots, seeking to restore their former glory.
Kellen Moore faces a rebuilding challenge with the New Orleans Saints after Derek Carr's retirement.
Each coach has unique strengths and faces different hurdles in their new roles.
Predicting their success is challenging, but analyzing these factors offers valuable insights.
The upcoming season will reveal how these coaches navigate their respective situations.
Fans eagerly anticipate witnessing the impact of these new coaching regimes on their teams.
It will be interesting to see which teams exceed expectations and which ones fall short.
Mike Vrabel, the new Patriots coach, has energized the team and fans, but recent weeks have revealed challenges.
The Patriots showed promise early on, dominating joint practices and winning their preseason opener against the Commanders.
However, their performance against the Vikings and Giants in subsequent preseason games exposed weaknesses, especially on defense.
Vrabel acknowledged the need for improvement, emphasizing the team is still in the early stages of development under the new coaching staff.
An NFL front office source observed the Patriots are improving but lack depth beyond the starting lineup.
This is partly attributed to shaky drafts in recent years, which have depleted the roster.
The Patriots' 2024 draft class has been largely unsuccessful, with many players injured or cut.
Quarterback Drake May is likely the only remaining player from that class.
The team plans to add a third quarterback to the roster or practice squad.
Safety Kyle Duggar, recovering from ankle surgery, has faced challenges and uncertainty about his roster spot.
A kicking competition is underway between Andy Borregales and Parker Romo.
Veteran receiver Kendrick Bourne is also questionable for the season after a recent injury.
Adam Schefter offers his insights on potential fantasy football standouts for the 2025 season.
These players are expected to outperform their average draft position and provide excellent value.
At quarterback, Lamar Jackson is highlighted for his passing and running abilities.
Josh Allen is also mentioned, aiming to build on his impressive 2024 season.
Baker Mayfield and Bo Nix are considered valuable middle-round picks.
Late-round quarterback options include Drake May, Michael Penix Jr., and Trevor Lawrence.
At running back, Bijan Robinson is Schefter's top choice, followed by Jahmyr Gibbs.
Other notable running backs include Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, Omarion Hampton, and Tre'Veon Henderson.
Isaiah Pacheco is another running back to watch, returning from injury this season.
The wide receiver group is described as exceptionally deep, with Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown among the top picks.
Other recommended wide receivers include Nico Collins, Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Jackson Smith-Njigba.
At tight end, Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, and Sam Laporta are highlighted as top performers.
Fantasy football drafts prioritize value, but personal preferences also play a role.
This round-by-round analysis provides insight into draft day considerations, highlighting key players.
Average draft position data ensures the roadmap is applicable to a wide range of drafters.
The first round often involves selecting the best available player.
Bijan Robinson is a highly desirable pick, but his availability depends on draft position.
Other running backs in the first round have more significant concerns.
Elite wide receivers like Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb are strong alternatives.
Jonathan Taylor is a solid second-round option, but other running backs are also enticing.
The third round presents an opportunity to target a top tight end like Trey McBride.
McBride has shown significant potential with a heavy workload and impressive fantasy point production.
Round 4 focuses on dual-threat quarterbacks like Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts.
These quarterbacks offer elite rushing contributions and are available later than in previous years.
Aiden Hutchinson is projected to lead the league in sacks for 2025, despite a season-ending injury shortening his 2024 season.
This projection is based on a statistical model considering past performance, projected snaps, and pass rush win rate.
The model also accounts for opposing quarterback sack rates, team win totals, player positioning, and age.
Hutchinson's impressive 35% pass rush win rate in 5 games before his injury significantly influenced his high projection.
Micah Parsons, consistently producing between 12 and 14 sacks in his career, is projected for 12 sacks in 2025.
Trey Hendrickson, despite back-to-back seasons with 17.5 sacks, is projected for 11.5 sacks due to age and a tough quarterback schedule.
Myles Garrett is projected for 10.5 sacks, though his team's projected poor performance might limit sack opportunities.
TJ Watt, despite a slight decline in performance last season, is projected for 10.5 sacks based on his strong 2023 performance.
Jonathan Greenard's projection of 10.5 sacks is boosted by his high pass rush win rate and playing under a blitz-heavy defensive coordinator.
Max Crosby is projected for 10.5 sacks, aided by the Raiders' schedule featuring quarterbacks prone to being sacked.
Danielle Hunter's projection is influenced by his league-leading pass rush win rate in 2024 but hindered by his age and opponents.
Jerry Hughes and Nick Bosa are also projected for around 10 sacks based on their past performance and current situations.
The National Football League season is approaching quickly, prompting both casual and serious sports bettors to prepare their wagers.
Bettors have numerous options, including spread, moneyline, totals, player props, and futures bets.
However, achieving consistent wins against sportsbooks requires more than simply betting on favorite teams.
Sportsbooks utilize extensive data and expertise, making it challenging to outperform them without a strategy.
Therefore, it is advisable to follow reputable professional bettors and consume informative National Football League content.
This includes listening to podcasts, watching shows, and making well-informed decisions based on expert analysis.
One strategy is to consider placing spread and total bets early in the week before the lines shift.
Look-ahead lines are often available a week in advance, but injuries can significantly impact them.
Betting early allows securing potentially favorable prices before totals and spreads move.
Understanding key numbers, like 3 and 7 in football, is also crucial for successful betting.
These numbers represent common point margins and totals due to scoring patterns.
Recognizing how lines move relative to key numbers can offer valuable insights for bettors.
Aaron Rodgers is the confirmed starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but the question remains, who will be his receiving targets?
The Steelers have not yet acquired any new wide receivers, leading to some difficult decisions regarding their current roster.
Calvin Austin III, projected as a key receiver, has been injured, making his availability for the start of the season uncertain.
On the defensive side, the Steelers have a surplus of cornerbacks, which makes the position highly competitive.
The defensive line also faces uncertainty after rookie Derek Harmon suffered a knee injury.
Several players, including Austin, Corey Trice Jr., Calvin Anderson, and Will Howard, might start the season on injured reserve.
Despite missing preseason games due to a finger injury, Will Howard is expected to make the roster as the third-string quarterback.
At running back, Jaylen Warren is the starter, with Caleb Johnson and Kenneth Gainwell providing support.
The wide receiver group is the most difficult to predict, with several players vying for spots.
The tight end room is strong, featuring Pat Freiermuth, Darnell Washington, Jonnu Smith, and Connor Hayward.
The offensive line has a solid top six, but injuries to backup players create uncertainty about the remaining positions.
The defensive line, while initially thin, saw strong performances from rookies Harmon and Black before Harmon's injury.
Ryan Clark has compared Cam Ward to National Football League legends regarding his work ethic with the Tennessee Titans.
With the 2025 National Football League season approaching, it is time to evaluate the 257 drafted rookies.
Reporters have assessed each draft pick's performance throughout the spring and summer.
Cam Ward, the top pick, has quickly become the Titans' starting quarterback and a team leader.
Ward has impressed with his deep passing ability, especially connecting with veteran receiver Calvin Ridley.
Second-round pick Oluwafemi Oladejo has shown potential as an edge rusher but is still developing.
Safety Kevin Winston Jr. has been sidelined due to hamstring and knee soreness.
Chimere Dike has secured a spot as a reserve slot receiver and return specialist.
Tight end Gunnar Helm has become a reliable target for Ward, earning first-team repetitions.
Elik Iomanor is expected to start at the X-receiver position but needs more consistency.
Jackson Slater has earned a depth role at center and guard.
Marcus Harris has impressed as an outside cornerback with strong ball skills.
Kal-El Mullings is projected as a short yardage back and special teams contributor.
Travis Hunter is expected to start on both offense and defense for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Caleb Ransaw is expected to miss time with a lower body injury.
Wyatt Millam is transitioning from tackle to guard for the Jaguars.
The National Football League Players Association achieved a significant victory this summer amidst internal challenges.
This win involved securing fully guaranteed contracts for 7 second-round draft picks, potentially rising to 8 pending Quinshon Judkins signing.
This marks a historical shift, as the second round previously consisted entirely of partially guaranteed deals.
The total guarantees for the 2025 second round reached $247.2 million, significantly exceeding projections.
While rookie contracts usually have a set total value, negotiating details like signing bonuses and guarantees remains crucial.
This year, a notable number of second-round picks remained unsigned as training camps approached.
Trey Harris, a wide receiver, became a key figure as his Los Angeles Chargers were the first team to report.
Harris secured a significantly higher percentage of guaranteed money compared to the same draft position the previous year.
This success influenced subsequent signings and highlighted the growing leverage of second-round picks.
The NFLPA celebrated this as a major win for current and future players.
Guaranteed money is a central point of contention in NFL contract negotiations, and this development could have long-term implications.
Tyler Shau's agent, Eric Burkhart, played a key role in navigating these negotiations.
That's a wrap on this week's NFL Blitz Talk. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time with more gridiron fire and fearless breakdowns.